Hi guys, my name is Taya, and today I would like to speak with you about burnout. What is burnout? What is cause? What is the symptoms? How to prevent your burnout at work or just normal life? What type that is causing your burnout? For stress and digital fatigue, we will speak about how to prevent this problem, and of course, how to have a balance and what is recommendation. So let's start with our small agenda. Burnout recovery. 48% of American people have burnout because a lot of this balance between personal life, social life, career, money, finance stress, and just a lot of modern influence up and down roller coaster. So what is the symptoms? When you have symptoms of burnout, it can be emotional, change mood. You can be more aggressive. Again, it's very independent. You can be moody, you can be more aggressive, you can be more sleepy, you don't want to do anything because you lost your interest or your brain. I know a lot of people have almost like a panic attack because if they wake up in the morning, they look just a to-do list and they like panicking and their brain shut down because you understand that normal human being cannot do all this to-do list and reach all these goals. It's unbelievable big, and your brain try to prevent your burnout, so just shut down, and you like have fatigue, cannot concentrate, you cannot focus more than 5 minutes, and yeah, you have a lot of problem, and most of the time people just panicking and do nothing. So digital burnout, it's very common, specifically with people who like millennials or more younger people that have all this technology, because when they was already born, all this digital world, internet, much more affect them than older people who go to library, read a book, go and have more workout outside. It's a different, a little bit category and environment. For mental health at work, of course, we will speak about this because a lot of people, most of the time, just watching social media or working on laptop, come home, watch it a lot of TV. So it's a lot of digital information. If you're driving in a car, you listen all the time music or radio. So almost you never have a quiet moment and peace. Even if you go to the gym all the time, music so loud in the gym, you need to just go for maybe like a swimming pool that it's more quiet, or sauna or meditation classes that it's a little bit calm down, slow down, different vibration, or go to outside like for camping or walking on the park, have a fresh air or bicycle, or maybe gardening in the backyard or community garden. So when you can be more grounded and don't have all this digital vibration. How to prevent? Of course, you need to have a balance and understand that you just don't need to work 60, 80 hours a week, because 1 week have 168 hours. And if you look that normal human need to sleep from 7 to 8 hours per day, and you're working 80 hours per week, it's like almost nothing left over, because of course you have a family, you need to go and do grocery, you need to have the kids, you need to go and cook, clean, just do normal stuff. So if you have count all this information, almost nothing left for you for be grounded or do your hobby. And of course, hobby will balance your mental health and relax It can be depends by each person. Can be painting, play chess, or go and play some piano music, or learn how to play guitar, do something with the hand. Again, like it can be gardening. Depends by each person. How to organize your work environment. It's very important. So what I did learn, every time when I finish my work, I clean my office, I clean my table. So next time when I'm back from the office, it's all clean. Your brain not panicking, and it's very smart organ. So you need to know how to manage this. So much less information, much less destruction in your table, maximum emptiness. Your brain will have less stress to kind of take attention all over. How to manage the stress? You need to have a balance. I do, for example, myself personally a spreadsheet list. What is my goal? What my to-do list? What my priority for today, for the week, for the months? And of course, you need to do reflection. And reflection is like every week that what is your progress, because for example for me very important, if I have one goal for 1 month and I do my reflection every single week, I see, okay, if I go in correct direction or I need to do adjustment. Because if you just go 1 month and end of the month you see like, hey, you completely go on the left, and it's much harder to back to correct place, and you lost your time and energy, you're wasting money. And why you do this? If you go and have reflection every week and you see like, okay, I have like 5 steps left, okay, come back and keep going forward. It's much easier, less stress for your body. So we need to do everything that maximize save your energy. How to support? You need to understand what is priority, what you really want to do, what is your purposes. Because if it's not your purpose, you should not do this, because your brain really will not just be destructive, you'll have also self-sabotage. Again, you need to understand that when you have much more pressure, you will burn out much faster. Because if you challenge your body, you can go and challenge, it's nothing wrong with that, but depends how long you do this. If you have some really emergency situation and goals, it's like you need to go and get it and hit it because it's deadline. If you do it like once, it's okay. But if you're working and live in this mode for like few years, decades, your body will start to shut down and you start to have diseases, not just emotionally, you start to have a physical, because all your stress causing immune system shut down, much more sickness coming up. And if for long term run, of course you will pay your price and it's not be worth it. I know, for example, for me, when I did run previous business, I did pay a big price because I did not listen my body, I did not listen environment, I did not was focus on my balance too much, because I'm just have a goal, I go and get it and hit it and run all the time. And when you start to have no balance besides rest, you forgot to eat, you do not have enough sleep, and you just go and chase it, you will burn out, of course. So with that, and you not do the best for yourself. Yes, maybe if you're working like this, you try to make your money because something happened, you need like pay the mortgage or something to survive, it's understandable. But if you try to do something big that I don't know, make a goal or be successful because you want to show up, you want to impress somebody, or like your parents. It depends by the goal again. What do you have in your mind? It's too independent. you need to ask a question if it's really even your goal that you chase it, because a lot of times we're doing and we just hate it what we're doing for paycheck by check. But if it's really worth it, I have one story that um, when I did run my business previously, and I have the best employee all the time, and one lady, she was brilliant. She was the best, excellent lady. And she was my first official employee. And she working many, many, many years. And one day, I understand that like when I'm growing, she have promotion. When I growing, she have more money. When I'm growing, she have a bonuses and etc. So every time for me, when I did top steps, I bring her because I feel like, hey, she from the start. And one time she did give me a call and she said, I'm quit. And I just was so shocking and I don't understand what's going on, what happened. And she go to my competitor and start work with them. And I was so shocked. I was like so hurt and feel betrayed because like, hey, you worked with me from the start and I treat you like a family, so what's going on? She told me that a very, very painful thing, like for example, I know when I come and I start to do all the small tasks, when you're growing, you start to take me also to the top. But you need to learn that not everybody won't go to the top. Some people feel very comfortable to have position what they want. They're very happy what they have, and they don't need go to top of Everest. And I'm just like, but I not understand why you always want to do some type of like what I say monkey job. And she told me that some people like routine and some people like have a monkey job. Not everybody need have $1 million. And it take me a while to understand that. Like, why you mean? Like, why you don't want to have $1 million? Why do you want to have routine? Why do you want to have a monkey job? But some people do, and it was very, very hard. I did learn these lessons. It took me a while, but right now I got it. Right now I understand. People who working for you guys, it's specifically for bosses. You need to listen to your employee because you work for employee, not they work for you. It's for a success. If you want to take care of your team, if you want to take care of people who are working for you, do the best to listen them and give them what they need, not what you want. So a lot of people, yes, they don't know what they wanted, but and they can appreciate it, of course, any treatment and attention and bonuses. But you need to listen because you can have the same situation than me, you know. If somebody want to do routine, not provide them manager position because it's so stressful, they don't want it, so they can go and quit and work for your competitors who like, hey, yeah, of course you have a lot of practice and we need this and pay less money. And listen your employee, do like a culture in your offices that employee feel very safe with environment. They have much less stress, they have much more happiness, they can relax, they have more freedom. And then more relaxed and happy employee, then more results you will have like a boss. For regulation, have a check your boxes with to-do list. I understand in modern life a lot of competition, a lot of just go 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 mode. But like Steve Jobs said, you don't need to work 12 hours. You need to work with your brain. And I need to have a quality. I don't need to have a quantity. So for me, it's the same. If you make a list with your goals, take 3 priority goals, make a to-do list. And what I did, for example, I have a list of the paper, and I did most important and right now emergency, important and not emergency, not important, no emergency, or important but not emergency. So it's like you have a square and you can see your priority. So if you have a first step, finish it first. After you go to second step, when you finish second step, go to third one, and etc. If you not and again, it's just my personal practice, it was working for me. A little bit recommendation for you guys to have a little bit balance. If you want it, please use it for free. If you need extra help, if you need the extra suggestion, you always can go and click link below and go to my site, tayamanhattan.com, have a booking with me, and we can discuss anything because I did have my own experience with burnout and businesses or an employee and etc. So back to the story. Do write every single day your goals, your to-do list. And what I really personally find out, if for example I make to-do list and I did few things and rest is not, on the next morning I again do my to-do list, look previously and move my to-do list to this day, and again and again and again. And in 1 week I understand like, hey, this to-do list sometimes show same thing and I'm not doing. So why? It's because I have self-sabotage, that it also can be option, or it can be that really task not important, because 80% time when we spend it will have only 20 results, and 20 results give 80% of income. So again, you need to look. And in 1 week, if it's just repeat and repeat same again and again, and I'm not doing it, if I'm not self-sabotage, it means I just scratch it out and delete it because it looks like it's not very important task. So why do you need to focus and sink your energy there? For big company like Google, like Apple, like big companies, they understand that like employee need have safe environment, less stress. So it's why they do it. Again, you need to be professional, and it's about culture of the company. No specifically suggestion everybody need to do. It's again independent. But for me, it was very important to know that big company care about the employee, and they have therapist that you can go and speak in safely subject what is bother you. And the company that work with stock market, they have a traits, they have all this emotional, all this energy, like economic crash or something else. They need to be clear and cold with their mind and decisions. So of course they have therapists in the office to go and speak what bother them, so they like can focus and just go. For flexibility schedule, again, some people feel that work, for example, for me also personally, when it's night, I much more focus, I much more generate better idea. And when everybody is asleep, when it's quiet, I can have really focus in my own thing. When it's day, I'm like not morning person. So you need to understand what is your energy level, what time, and just have flexibility with your schedule. For mental health, of course, it's a fact. You need to double check your diet, you need to check your sleeps, you need to check your sugar level, what is affect you if you have some type of food allergy. Again, I'm not medical doctor, but recommendation what was practice it specifically, and I see a lot of people affected by this. So manage your stress, have your balance, not burn out. Be clear with your goals, with your to-do list, and if you need any help, just go click, and see you soon. Hope you have the best wishes, the best results, biggest happiness in your life. And again, if you have any question, have booking consultation with me, and see you soon, guys. Bye bye.